No turnovers is the biggest stat to me. That Josh Johnson kind of went to the Alex Smith model of just take care of the football and you're in the ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I was talking actually with Cooley about this last night in the locker room afterwards and talking about the progression that Cousins made over the years. Kirk was the most turnover-prone quarterback in football his first couple of years in the 2014 season where he got benched. And then all of a sudden, everyone's complaining about him leaving stuff on the field. And it's like, well, yeah, he completed that on that play. It was a first down. But he could have had 30. Yeah, but it was a first down. And when it's kind of what I was saying of when your bad plays are you miss a throw down the field, but you run like Josh Johnson did yesterday, or you make a shorter check down throw that's still a good throw like a Kirk Cousins or an Alex Smith might do, you can win football games in this league. Eliminating really bad catastrophic plays goes a long way, and it's not that fun in terms of to talk about, or it's not sexy or anything like that, but it's really, really important, and I think a game like yesterday showcases that about as well as anything.
Ryan Kerrigan really got off yesterday. Probably, I don't know, best game of the year? Probably.
Without question.
Yeah.
Without question. Because it's not just the sack numbers. He's had a couple of bigger sack games. Like Ryan Kerrigan has had a good sack year and I think a bad football year. And it's really hard for people to swallow because everyone loves Ryan. He's a great dude. He does great stuff in the community. All that stuff. Stalwart of the franchise. Never misses a game. Literally has never missed a game. Like all that stuff is, goes kind of without saying, but I feel bad if I don't say it for Ryan. But I don't think he's played that well this year. I don't think that he has gotten consistent pressure. I think that he has let a lot of stuff out in the run game. He's let some big scrambles out in the pass game too because he gets too far upfield. And he just doesn't look like the younger Ryan Kerrigan that could dip a little bit better. And, he's turning the corner a little bit high up the field and it causes, problems. And yesterday, you think even of that sack he had where Payne eats three blockers, the ability to quickly get back underneath, get back inside on a stunt, like that was big time from Ryan. He had a couple big time plays in the running game. I thought yesterday was his best game overall, not just because he had a couple of sacks, because he truly seemed to play well. And if they can get that for 3 more games, that's a game changer for this defense.
For sure. Where do we stand on the injury situation? And then, before, there's some curious moves there. Talk about the Simi Cobbs situation, how that is kind of disappointing, how that played out.
Yeah, so Simi, basically a practice squad player is a free agent that gets to practice with the team. And so they don't have any control if another team makes an offer. They can counteroffer, and they did, and he chose to go to New Orleans. And I realize everyone wants to then clown the Redskins. Oh, they can't even keep their own practice squad guys. But no kidding, he went to New Orleans. Like, unless your other options were the Rams or the Chiefs, of course you're picking New Orleans. So Simi winds up going to New Orleans. Now, if you do want to criticize them for letting him out the door, and I do find it also humorous at times that fans are so adamant about the back end of the roster and players they literally have never seen outside of training camp. But with that being said, there were plenty of people in that building that liked Simi Cobbs and thought he was a good player, and there was a reason they kept him, and were spending a lot of time developing him. And if you look at how Maurice Harris and Michael Floyd have played the last couple of weeks especially, there is no reason that they should not have elevated Simi Cobbs sooner. And I think that's absolutely fair criticism. And so then New Orleans never gets a chance. Once he's on your active roster, he's on your active roster. And so they lose Simi Cobbs. They then make the decision as they move the roster around to sign or to waive Capri Bibbs and keep both Samaje Perine and Byron Marshall. And they had 5 running backs. It made sense to cut someone at that position. You don't need 5 running backs. They've been carrying them for far longer than, frankly, I thought they would. But Jay has been obsessed, basically, with Byron Marshall's skill set for a long time. Stand is why you're not obsessed with Capri Bibbs then, because they're the same skill set, and I think Capri Bibbs has shown better. The other element to that, which reared its head yesterday, is Capri Bibbs is a better special teams player. And a lot of times, those are the decisions that are made on a roster, is that, or how you make those decisions on a roster is who's the better special teams guy. And you let Capri go, then in the first game without him, you have Byron Marshall be one of the last lines of defense on a punt return that goes to the house where he tackles the wrong guy. That is mind-blowing to me.
Nah, I know what he was doing. He was trying to push that guy into the other guy's way. He wasn't trying to tackle him. Honestly.
Why was he going towards that? Like, go get the ball.
You don't know what he's doing, but that's what he was trying to do.
Well, that's not a great defense. You know, and not to mention he had another blitz pickup later in the game where he gets Johnson hit. Like he's there, and it's not good. He's not effective at it. Capri was great in blitz pickup. He was a really effective runner. The screen play to Marshall's it's a solid play. It's a nice play. But he doesn't have any real burst there that you would hope to see. The reason you keep him around, you get him in the open field, you're like, all right, let's see it. Wait, that's it? And it's not to bag on Byron. It's just I think Capri's proven himself. And to make that decision was definitely mystifying, and I think it cost them yesterday. Other than that, they obviously put Nick on IR and Nick Sundberg on IR. They bring in Andrew East, who's got kind of a cool background story. But that, was evident yesterday, too. All the pressure on Tress Way, snaps are not quite as fast. And those little tenths of a second matter in this sport a lot, and you could see it yesterday.
What's the latest on Colt McCoy? Because they haven't put him on IR. They're grasping that he'll be back?
Yeah, they still are. I asked Jay about it last week, and he said, he's still progressing, but he's not really, ready yet. We'll have to see. So that's on my list of questions for today, certainly to see now that, a win, and you're probably looking at a win and in scenario, or potential win and in scenario in Week 17. Like how is Colt progressing, and is he possibly coming back still?